Let's go into change custom fields and transactions, and then we'll go back into QuickBooks here. So we can have transactions that may or may not contain custom fields. So in order to just kind of simplify our life here, is I'm going to do all dates, and then I'm also going to do a filter and only show invoices. Okay, so that just makes it, it's going to make it so much easier to visualize. Okay?
Yes, and because
So
we are doing this in the modern reports, you do have to basically add whatever columns you need that
right,
you want to add.
exactly. So, but for now, we're focused on just custom fields, right? So we have all these transactions, all these invoices that may or may not have custom fields. We'll find out in a second. So I'm going to go into columns and I'm going to enable the custom field. So I have a custom field called sales rep. Now I have to add some context because you've never looked at this file before, but we created a custom field called sales rep. So I'm going to click on the gear menu. I'm going to go into custom fields and just kind of show you. This is a QuickBooks Online Plus file. This is not an advanced, QuickBooks Online Plus file. And then we created a sales rep custom field that can be used across all of these transactions. Right? And inside sales rep, we have a drop down for Mary, John, and Hector, right? So that's the background. So I'm looking at a report that contains all of my invoices, and none of them have a sales rep, it looks like, right? So I'll go into one of these. Just going, actually, I'm going to get rid of some of these columns to make it easier to read. That way, it'll make it much easier for you to read. Okay. So there's all my transactions. So I'm going to go into one of them. And we're going to see that it's missing the custom field. Okay. It doesn't have the data in there. So I'm going to make this Mary. So Mary is the one that sold this job. So we'll go to save. And then we'll go back to this other transaction. We say that one. And then we'll make this, and we're doing this manually, right? So we're creating a context so you understand, how painful it would be for you to have to go back historically a year, 2 years worth of transactions and have to change the custom fields in a bunch of transactions because maybe you were using tags before. That's the context. You may have been using tags. Now you're using custom fields, or maybe you weren't using tags. You just need to add custom field data. So now we start seeing our custom field data. So it's going to take me forever to go into each of these things and add the custom fields, okay? So here's the RightTool feature. There's a batch edit button in the top. And then RightTool detects which of the fields have been programmed by us as something that you can edit in batch. So in this case, it's the sales rep custom field. So we'll click on next. Then we get this kind of like the same version of the report on a format that we can actually mark these manually, right? We can just go in there and say, okay, all of these, and I can even do shift click and use a whole bunch at the same time. And if you want to run filters prior to seeing this screen, you run the filter first, and then you export the report into this page, and then you get to pick and choose, maybe select all or whatever. Okay, and then you select which of the based on your drop down menu. Only works with Mark only works with drop down menu.
Only
right?
works with drop down custom
Okay.
fields at the moment.
Okay. So then we pick Mary. Mary is my rep. Click on run batch. It tells you here how many are happening in total. So it shows you kind of like how we're doing it. And basically behind this page, you can't see it. It's kind of weird. So behind this page, we're actually going into each of the transactions and doing the work for you. Okay. So it saves you a lot more than seconds. So again, this feature and all the batch editing or batch adding features in RightTool are natively pro features, with the exception of custom fields until May 16th to alleviate for the folks that need to go back and historically add data in custom fields because QuickBooks is killing tags, or so they say. Who knows if they're going to backtrack on that. Okay. So we can go into filter, and then we can show you a little trick here. I go to sales rep, and I can say it's empty. That way it only shows me essentially all of the invoices that are missing. Reps, then I'll try one more time, batch edit, sales rep, and then I'm going to select a whole bunch of these and make it John, and then go to run batch, and then I can do 300 in one shot. And of course,
Now, if you're doing 300 in one shot, you might want to do something else in a different tab while that's running because
correct. It will take a lot longer, but just kind of showing you the speed is just really fast.